And I got to say, you know, STX is just really good at sniping them. So many headshots here, taking quick work with those guys.
Yeah, and it looks like that is the end of that. We're going to have to go ahead and switch sides at this point. We're going to see if CDC on the defense can do as well as STX. If they can't, then the win is going to go to STX. You only need 8 round wins, so...
You're absolutely right, and you got to remember that you know, the defenders on this map have a little bit of an easier time than the offenders. Some narrow hallways. You got to be careful if you're the defenders to not lose that sniper early on, because it's going to be very hard to pick off any of those players.
That's right. You only get 1 sniper rifle in the Special Forces World Championships. We realize there are different rules in every Special Forces League as to how many snipers you can actually use. I know in Korea it's a maximum of 2, but here they have had to adjust a little bit and use just 1 sniper. Also, Uzis not allowed in the Special Forces World Championship.
No Uzis allowed in this tournament, so if some of these guys who are more used to using the Uzis, they're going to be in a little bit of a disadvantage, but of course I think this rule system right now for this tournament, this is probably the best one for Special Force.
Yeah, you know, this is kind of all the teams from all around the world come in. There's different rules everywhere. The Uzi oftentimes a little bit overpowered on some of these servers. In Korea, they've kind of fixed that, but that's okay. You know, STX, I think they're fine with this setup. They can use the 4 assault rifles and the sniper rifle and do it quite well, as we've seen against CDC in this first round.
And if you guys are unfamiliar with Special Force, with the Uzi, you can actually move just as fast as you can if you have the pistol in your hand. And of course, that's going to be a little bit unfair if you're in a box-in situation. You can just run in there, start jumping around and spraying bullets.
Yeah, you know, this is a lot different from Counter-Strike. Any Counter-Strike fans out there watching this, you choose your guns, you always have them. And, you know, for instance, if you're using the AK, it's a little bit in between the M4 and the sniper rifle. Sniper rifle, obviously, you have to sit there, you have to aim, you have to be very careful with it. But anyone with the M4 can actually run around, jump around a lot, but it's slower than the Uzi, which we are not allowed to use in this tournament.
Absolutely. Now, of course, STX Seoul's sniper on this team, possibly the best sniper in this entire tournament in the world. So he's been doing a great job of picking, getting a lot of headshots. And also, I got to say, you know, from our Chinese team, CDC, they were doing a great job with the smoke bombs, but I think they were being a little bit too aggressive. We've noticed in this kind of game, especially when there's a lot of pressure on, we see a lot of players bomb rushing a little bit too soon. You got to have the right time and attack if you're going to win this, and the game is on.
All right, STX, they are going to be the aggressors here. 5-1 in the center there. Looks like 3 of them going towards that northern bomb site. Soar right now, of course, is 6-1. So STX, they just need 2 round wins as the aggressors. Can they do it? They've already lost Mel on the Chinese side. And one of our Korean STX players going down, and second one, he has been hurt quite a bit.
There's no way they're going to stop them from planting the bomb. Eve's already dead.
Oh my. STX showing total domination in this first round. CDC, they're going to have to calm down. They're going to have to hold their positions and just not let STX do what they want.
It seems like STX just has better accuracy overall in this series. They just seem to be making the shots right away. It's pretty straightforward here.
Well, there's such a professional scene in Korea, and the fact that STX came out on top of that really means a lot, Tasteless. I mean, it's going to be hard for any team here to match the practice hours that our Korean team, STX Seoul, actually gets to put in as pure professionals in the game.
Absolutely. So right up the bat, we do see the Chinese team, CDC, having a little bit of a harder time here. Of course, you know, this time, though, look, the Korean team, this is what the Chinese team was not doing, being a little bit more patient. And as you can see, just a bullets being sprayed.
Oh, they go in and they ambush Anel. Very nice. They're going down to that bomb site, and it looks like it is time to plant the bomb.
Looks like NJ is going to get the bomb down here. It's going to put some pressure on the blue team here.
This is some really great zoning right now by our Korean team. They are doing a great job, and CDC, they have to rush in. They realize the bomb is out. They have to do something here. Only 25 seconds left on this bomb. Only 2 players left. Bruce and S2YJ. Can they do it? Oh, they take down yet another Korean player, but the CDC team falls, and STX takes this round.
And there is the winner, STX Seoul. Actually, very one-sided game.
Yeah, they really showed domination on this map, Desert Camp, a map they are very used to. They do play this in the Special Forces Pro League in Korea. So, you know, this is one of the maps they're going to feel great on.
You know, one thing about, you know, being a Korean pro gamer is that you have so much more stage experience.
Yes.
And nerves are really everything. I mean, no matter how good you are, no matter how much you know, if you can't execute it when everybody's watching, well then it just doesn't matter. And obviously STX Seoul has so much more experience.
They do. The Pro League over in Seoul, South Korea, just north of here. This is their home turf. They do play in the Pro League on TV all the time, so they are used to this stage. In fact, I saw some of the stage props that they're using here. I think they actually brought them down from Seoul. They look like the exact same props that I see all the time in the OnGameNet studios. So STX, they're going to feel very at home, and as we see, dominating CDC.
Oh, absolutely. I want to point out that I think Group A here is much stronger than Group B.
Yeah.
I have the lineup here. Group A, STX Seoul, CDC Games from China, a Motel from Thailand, and Wei Spider from Chinese Taipei.
And that's actually quite interesting because Wei Spider actually won the Special Force Championship last year, and a Motel, this is their third in a row. So those are two seeded teams in here. This is a very stacked group, and CDC Games, they are going to have to try so hard to actually get out of this group now after such a crushing defeat from STX.
Oh, absolutely. They're off to a bad start here. STX, when I watched those games, I don't think it was so much about the strategy as it was simply who was firing better, because every time a gun battle happened, STX Seoul just dominated.
Yeah, and I really like the aggression from STX. They went in their little groups, they picked off the CDC players that were supposed to be defending certain halls, and it just worked out beautifully for STX. You can really see the refined strategies that they use every week in the Pro League in Seoul.
Oh, absolutely. And let me mention Group B here for just a minute, because we're going to be casting some of their games coming up here. It's going to be WTT from Thailand, Gamma Bears from Chinese Taipei, Team Confound from the United States. I know Dan and me rooting for them. And, of course, Team Raspy from Japan.
Well, that's about it for right now. We're going to get ready for the next match, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a few minutes.